Very serious question. If John McCain is saying the fundamentals of the American economy are strong, and we saw Wall Street rebound today, for example, can we conclude that Barack Obama is saying that the fundamentals of the American economy are not strong? Is that what he's saying?
I'm not sure what we can figure out what he's saying, because I haven't figured out his economic plan yet, other than more government, more taxes, more regulation, which is the wrong approach, because it's going to drive more capital out of our marketplace. It'll cause more people to lose jobs. Look, the dumbest thing I ever hear is, well, we're not talking about taxing the people. We're going to tax the corporations. Yeah. Sean, you and I both know corporations don't pay tax. They collect it. They charge it onto their end user, the customer,
but when
which
he
means
says
the people.
We're in the midst of the most serious financial crisis in America. We've had some tough times. I mean, there was a great piece in Investors Business Daily today, and it talked about in the 1970s we had, financial crisis, oil companies, the booming 80s saw banks go belly up. In the 90s, long-term capital, the Asian crisis, the decline of the ruble. I'm wondering if this is just, if he's going to characterize something like this, it seems like he's either panicking because of his lack of experience, or that he's trying to exploit what's happened on Wall Street for his political advantage. Is that a fair analysis?
I think it's a very fair analysis, and there's no doubt that his capacity to understand the economy is limited, because, Sean, he's never run a business. He's never signed the front of a paycheck. One thing Sarah Palin brings to this race, and I appreciate it very much, she's actually operated a small business. And it's kind of nice, rather than to have only signed the back of the check, to have signed the front, to have met a payroll, and to understand what that feels like. He's never done that.
I agree with you. I have in front of me, Senator McCain was a co-sponsor of the Federal Housing Enterprise Regulatory Reform Act of 2005. I don't have enough time to read it, but among the many things he said, he talked about how there were the illusions set up by Fannie Mae, deliberately and systematically created for senior management so that they can get their bonuses. He went on to explain that they had faulty accounting practices, and then he concluded by saying, I join as a co-sponsor of the Federal Housing Regulatory Reform Act of 2005. And this is what he said: to underscore my support for quick passage of this, if Congress does not act, this is the 2005 Act, American taxpayers will continue to be exposed to enormous risk that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac pose to the housing market and the overall financial system and the economy as a whole. That reform was stopped by the Democratic Party. I didn't see Barack Obama stand. He was probably too busy planning his run for president at that time. After all, he'd probably been in the Congress 3 weeks. But, that was John McCain proposing those reforms in 2005.
John McCain has a long history of being against an overreaching government regulatory environment. It's a dangerous place for us to go. And what we need to do is recognize the marketplace will correct itself. It's painful, but it'll correct itself.
And coming up, more with Governor Mike Huckabee. That's straight ahead. And a Hannity and Combs exclusive. A look at how Governor Sarah Palin got her start in politics. We're going to show you her very first campaign ad for her run for mayor in Wasilla, Alaska. And then we rely on it here in our studio. And at times, should Barack Obama, well, it seems the presidential candidate cannot go without his teleprompter, and critics say it reaffirms that he's nothing more than a canned politician reading the words of others. Our panel will react straight ahead.
Hannity and Combs is brought to you by Pacific Life, offering insurance, annuities, and investments. Pacific Life, the